Hi, we're here to have a good time today. I think we're gonna have a blast. I'm gonna introduce you to the crew here in just a second, and then I'm gonna ignore you while I hang out in an aquarium in a made-up land in a made-up game. I wanted to show everybody the aquarium because I saw it a little while ago, and I was, I don't know, just excited about it. Hi guys.
It's not.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
Oh, fantastic. So I've got we're all live now, so everything you say will be used against you on the internet.
Oh, no.
And
Yes.
yeah. So why doesn't everybody just like say who they are real quick, and maybe let us know like who you are in the game, so people know when they see you who you are and what you did for the aquarium and all that stuff, and then we can summarily ignore everyone and just play Final Fantasy.
Hi, I'm Fruity Snacks, and I am the director, curator, and I'm the wrangler of people. I came up with the idea for the aquarium, and people were brave enough to follow me.
I'm Noble Genobi, in-game name Birdie Mosna. I'm one of the 2 stray cats that Fruity adopted after DC travel got added, and
Amazing.
I lobbied for 3 days.
Not wrong.
I help volunteer with events and was one of the main hosts of the art party we just had.
Pator Red Dot in-game. I am one of the people who was stupid enough to follow Fruity to help make the aquarium. I'm also Megan O'Keefe, the author in real life, which is how I know my good buddy Joe.
I'm Frothy, Delicious Frothy Fist in game. Delicious Frothy Fish in the aquarium. I'm also one of the people dumb enough to join the aquarium team and help make one of the rooms.
Hi, I'm Peaches, and I go by Sua Cow in game. I was also one of the adopted strays that Fruity adopted, and I do tours occasionally, and I was also one of the hosts for the art party recently.
And we also have Erica.
Yeah, it's just me. I went to the aquarium once and it was really cool. So I was gonna ask Joe if I could crash, but I forgot, and he luckily invited me anyway. So I'm here, and I'm Nami Koizumi in game, and yeah, it'll be fun. I'm
Hooray.
excited to see the new stuff.
So where are we going?
All right, so we're gonna head to the lavender beds. And the best part about the lavender beds is that you don't need to actually have it unlocked. You can just go make a character on Marlboro or anywhere on Crystal and just travel on over, and then you can just walk there. It is perfectly safe. I have tested it. It only died 6 times, but we're gonna head over there, and then we're gonna go to Ward 16, plot 59, and then we'll go to the aquarium there.
All right, lead the way.
Lavender Beds is the best. That's where my house is on my DC server.
Wow, you have a
Yeah.
house.
I do, yeah. I got it before the lottery system, though, so I got really lucky.
I haven't
got
played in a
mine,
while. I
yeah.
think I only have an apartment in Shirgane.
Nobby and I are just vibing out here on my Google
Vibing,
swing.
yeah.
There, we'll ride on the
Excellent.
in true starter game style. We will ride a chocobo cart. You can kind of just walk your way down on the path. It's really safe. Actually, genuinely, that was kind of one of the reasons that we looked for a starter zone house, is so that people of any level could get to the house really easily.
Yeah, there's nothing that aggro's here early, does it?
No, and if you literally stick to the path, most mobs won't attack you, and a lot of the time the fate mobs will just skip you.
Okay, we are here.
So you
Outstanding.
can then just talk to the ferry skipper, and then we're going to travel to Ward 16, and we'll have to go to the subdivision when we get there. What a lot of people think is that we're the large house here, because they hear 180 fish. It's got to be a large house. Nope, we're the dinky small on this little island
I
right
was
over
so
here.
confused when I first saw it for the same reason. I was like, how do they fit all this in a small?
It's been kind of a big, I don't want to say selling point, but a big draw for a lot of people, because they'll be like, yeah, 180 fish in a single house, and they're like, what? How does that happen? Because you can only have a certain number of fish tanks in a house. So anyways, this is it. This is the Eorzean Aquarium. It's on a little island that you can fish off of, so it ended up being perfect. We got it as we actually got it as a gift from one of the staff members' friends. They were like, I have this house that I don't use, you can use it. And I don't think they knew what they were getting into. Actually, none of us knew what we were getting into, but yeah, it kind of grew into that. So we'll just head on inside, because that's where all the fun stuff is.
Well, I'm already impressed with the entrance, to be totally honest.
Yep.
The
So we
shark on
we
the
modeled
bar.
it around. We modeled it around we kind of designed it as if it would be an actual aquarium.
Yeah,
this is
okay.
second iteration. This is second iteration because we redid it when DC Travel came out. So the main thing that we do in this is, I mean, obviously we have like our big message book. We have our gift shop over here in the corner that sells Eorzean Aquarium branded
No way.
merchandise. Yeah. So somebody made
Such a nice touch.
That's so
account.
cool.
They made it a character named Eorzean Aquarium, and then they leveled all the crafters, and so they craft all of our merchandise. And then the basement is where we have our little like cafeteria.
A little early to
and-
lure me down to the basement, isn't it?
Never too early.
Nonsense.
I mean, room 2 is the dungeon. And so anyways, all the fish that are behind here on the stage, we always showcase as much of the newest fish added in each patch. We always showcase them in the basement, half because they're new and that's what a lot of people want to see. The big ones that a lot of people ask about would be the guy up here in the upper right.
Right, yeah.
So this is like the first time that we've had a fish of this species added as an aquarium, and this is where like the aquarium lore gets deep. So anglerfishes, and then flowerhorn, which is the pink guy that looks like he got bonked on the head.
Yeah, he's
in
got
the
like
upper left.
some kind of growth on his head, yeah.
Yep, and they look like that in real life too, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, are all these fish based on real fish, or are they Final Fantasy fish?
Yes,
Based on
they are
real
all
fish.
real fish.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, I kind of recognize from like reading old books about like stuff at the bottom of the Mariana Trench or whatever. Like that's what the top right fish reminds me of.
Those are all.
They get really weird.
They added all those wacky and wild fish up in Ultima Thule,
Okay.
as they pronounce it incorrectly in game. Those are all the weird deep sea ones, and some of them. Speaking of that, like the blue guy with the big fin in the upper left too. That's the
Right.
first pleco that was added. That's a species of pleco, also known called a capotron.
Okay.
So that's the first species of pleco that we've gotten. And then in the tank that over in the lower left, and you won't be able to see it from where you're seated, there is a skate called the Aether Electric Guitarfish.
No, that's not a real thing.
Yes, it is.
Guitarfish are real fish. They're found in the saltwater coasts. Usually you find them in the shallows.
Is that the one on the bottom there?
Yep,
Yeah,
that little
it's the
dude on the
really
bottom.
flat one.
And that's a type of
and-
skate or not?
That is a skate.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll just go through the rooms because each of these rooms has a region assigned to them. So like Lenosha, Thanalan, Shroud, Othard, Hingashi.
This is so cool.
Inside of that, all the fish are from that region. You can just go ahead and be like, oh, I want to go see just fish from Lenosha and go there. So we have like the bombard fish, which is a giant puffer.
Also, if you're unsure about the fish names, you could always look in the message books.
Yeah, we list the location and the name of like what tank they're located in and the names of each fish in the message book as like the author or owner note.
Is this the guest book? No, this is.
Yeah, so we double up all the message books because there's no other way to put text in game, and we
Okay.
wanted to list all the fish names in game. So there as the description of the message book, and it lets people still leave messages, put likes and stuff in.
Okay, I see on the top left you've got the sort of key.
Yep.
I came for fish and I saw fish. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we have to clear out those books. When we opened on May 1st, and I made a tweet about it. And I was like, yeah, well, it'll be like maybe 50 people will show up. I had like D&D that night that I was going to do online. We all had plans. And 50 people showed up in the first minute. It ended up going viral. Like the original tweet almost has 10,000 likes, seen by like 500,000 people or something like that.
That's
in terms of
incredible.
impression. And that was like mostly within the first week. We estimated probably 1,000 to 2,000 people in 3 days came to visit.
That's amazing.
We were not prepared, but like we rallied pretty quickly. So.
Yeah, never underestimate the power of the Final Fantasy XIV community to be excited about something.
Because we didn't have to pay for the house. I think it took about 25 mil to build the entire house. So it was about $1.5 million per room
Wow.
for the budget. And we made that back the first night.
Oh my gosh.
Just purely in donations. I think we've made I'm trying to say this without boasting, but it's
Boast.
gonna sound
This
like
is a
boasting.
cool project.
I think we have made close to, if not greater than 350 million gil
Holy
donations in 6 months. And a lot of that's like, we kicked a bunch of it over to the European Aquarium. We kicked it over to, we're building an aquarium on Oceania. So we have 3 of the data centers will be covered. We're basically using this aquarium to fund other mega projects like this. So we'll have like a fish print museum, which is going to be like the fish prints you see. We're going to have one guy was like, I want to do this. I'm like, okay, here's a house. And so all 1,388 fish are going to be on display via the fish prints in this, and that's like 50 rooms. But
I feel like you're one step away from like Final Fantasy XIV philanthropy, where like you get so many in donations, and now like you're helping keep.
I mean, if anyone is like starting fishing and they come to me and they're like, hey, I want to start fishing, but I can't like pay for like gear, we'll use the money for that.
Yeah.
Like we gave out gear for one of our events. Room 5 is another ocean fish.
Oh, I like
fish.
This is great.
And then we have, this was just renovated like last week, 2 weeks ago, I forget. It was done right after the art party, which was on the 11th. This one has the beloved and now world famous Kirby the Pog Shark.
Is that the one at the desk?
No, this is.
Oh wow! No, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
the giant basking shark.
What is happening?
He's having his lunch.
Yeah, this one became an instant hit. We opened the aquarium, and this room, the message book was just filled with Pog Shark over and over and over
really.
again.
Frothy, are you changing your glam in every room?
Yes,
Okay.
it's so distracting,
It is-
but like, in a good way. I'll look at her and it's like, who's this? And it's Frothy.
Okay. This acorn chandelier is badass. I want it in my house.
This is Frothy's room.
Yep.
Nice.
Frothy, do you have anything you wish to say? Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah, actually. So something that comes up a lot is my table back here. You've got a mystery sandwich, and that's because this is for the Sea of Clouds. It's Abelathia's spines for like Sea of Clouds and Oz's Law.
Right.
And everybody is like, what is up with this sandwich? Well, one of the things that shows up in the Sea of Clouds is our giant whale friend.
Right.
And this sandwich is called the Bismarck. So I kind of had to. There was no representation of Bismarck in the aquarium.
I see. Like the in-game name of this sandwich is the Bismarck?
Yep.
Yes. Anyways, fun fish.
This is the most horrifying statue of Jar Jar Binks I think I've ever seen in my life.
That's so much fun to like scare visitors with. We'll be like, by the way, before you leave, look up, and it always scares the crap out of them because they never look up.
He just wants that chandelier, and he will never get it.
This is also the home of our one of our very popular fan favorites, the Javanian Squeaker. His name is Ketchup. That's the red fish that looks like it's swimming upside down.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah, it's modeled after the real-life upside-down catfish that also swim upside down for reasons that scientists can't really seem to determine. In game, the lore is that it's to deter
It's a defensive
dragons.
mechanism.
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism against dragons, but like, you know, they don't actually know why it swims upside down in real life.
That's
so
weird. I also want to say I appreciate you making this aquarium accessible to Lalafels. Every
So
room has had stools.
That was one of the things that we didn't have originally, and then a bunch of people the first like week were like, "Hey, I'm a Lalafell. Could you add Lalafell stools?" And we're like,
that's amazing.
"Yeah, that's
It's
easy.
really
We can do
incredible.
that."
this one is so
nice.
great.
Like Alexander's. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yep. And Proto is here. He is the.
I thought
Proto's the creator of the room. This
Hello,
room kind of came
Proto.
about. This is one of the rooms that we renovated for the DC travel, and it came about. Proto hosts this fishing event every week on Saturday or Sunday to help us kind of collect more data because we're data oriented. And they were saying, "Hey, I would love to redo my fish or redo my room. What should I do it into?" And I made a joke of like, "Why don't you just do it like inside Alexander?" And we were like, "Wait, that's a great idea."
Actually, it's a killer idea. This is awesome.
The whole room got renovated in like 4 hours.
There's also, this room also has what is, most people agree, like one of the most terrifying fish in the game, which is this guy over here.
It's called the Shrieker, and you could probably guess why.
Jesus Christ.
That's it.
Yep, that's it. It's also able to desynth into waterproof cotton cloth, which can be made into coral beachwear. So speaking of fish that can turn into swimsuits, this is
I wouldn't wear
technically
this.
one of them. Sure you do.
Does it have eyes?
No.
Why not?
Doesn't need 'em.
Great question.
So it doesn't like scream whenever it looks in a mirror.
What the hell real fish is this based off of?
Oh, that's a good question. It's a prehistoric one. I don't actually have the name for it.
My God.
Yep. So we'll head to room 15, which is probably like probably the most popular room because of this big clay, the Warden of the Seven Hues.
My rival of like 4 months.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah, this guy up until Aquamaton was released in patch 6.2, which we'll get to in a bit. This was like the prestige aquarium fish. This one could sell for a few million gil. It's down to about 3 now in most places, about 3 million.
I guess I didn't even think about that. Is fishing lucrative in this game? Like, is it a decent way to make money?
It can be, depending on what you fish. Usually at the start of each patch, if they add like a new aether sand, usually fishing is the fastest way to get some of those. You can make a ton of money pretty quick.
I love every fish in this room.
Yeah, so every room every fish in this room is from Prism Lake in Yangsha.
Oh, okay.
There's all but 2 fish from Prism Lake that cannot be put into an aquarium, which is unprecedented for most fishing holes.
What is on your head?
That's the Dragon Quest item. If you're
What?
talking about delicious.
Yeah, they did a crossover thing, and I figured, why not a gimp mask?
Like, all right.
I mean, are you surprised?
No. No.
I love this guy, this like dolphin-looking shark up here.
He just looks so happy, doesn't he?
He's
like, "Hey, guys."
The grass shark.
Yep, that is a spearfish under the Dawn Throne.
He
So
looks like
do you
he's
wanna
always
tell-
about to get some ice cream.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess what species of fish it is?
It's a porpoise.
So if he's not a porpoise, is he an accident?
Wow.
Oh,
No.
Lord.
Wow.
Get out.
Okay, I'll see myself.
Go away.
How many people, like, in total are involved in either fishers or, you've got at least 25 because you have 1 character per room, but, like, how many people are
So-
involved overall?
For the initial launch is about 20. And I think we've grown up to about 45 on NA.
That's cool.
And
then
then Europe has about 25 people.
Man.
Oceania, I think between all of our projects, we have about 80 people who volunteer for different things. Either it's the aquarium on Crystal or Spriggan or on Sophia or one of the other mega projects that we're working on for museums.
damn. I tell you what, though, like, all in all, that amount of people is not a lot for the amount of detail and stuff in here. You guys did a tremendous job.
I think it's just a lot of passion, especially with these aquariums. The fishing community is super passionate and mildly terrifying.
Yeah, I get
when
that.
it comes to getting stuff done, and like it's the fishing community is extremely community oriented.
Man, that's so cool. That's just like, that's the real key to 14 is it is so community oriented all over the place. Like, you can play it solo, but the stuff you can do as a group of people is phenomenal. Like, it's really cool.
And people who actually work in museums in real life are working with us. So it's like that's the detail that we're getting into this now. So it in just 6 months, it really has been 6, almost 7 months now that this has become such a huge thing.
That is so cool. Well, you guys did a fantastic job. All your notoriety is very well earned. Do you guys want to do a G pose before we go?
You want to do that downstairs in the basement? That seems to be in front of
Sure.
the tanks. That's usually where everyone does it.
Let's do it. I'm not good at G pose.
Downstairs
So.
in the basement's the popular spot because it's got the cool tank setup.
We have plenty of people who can G-pose.
Hooray!
Bruni, except you. You can't.
I'm not allowed to. Yes, I know.
Bruni's
Because
computer just can't handle it.
I was just saying, my computer, it's going to be like the crunchiest resolution you've ever seen in your life.
Are we all
So-
wearing Santa hats? Is that like a...
I can't wear hats.
Your friend on the couch upstairs gave us
very,
a
very nice person in the lobby just handed them out.
What a crew. Look at this crew.
Most of us are kind of wearing the same uniform. The blue shirt with the pants and the half-pin shoes is like the typical uniform.
I love it. It's like your little
okay.
curator uniform. I don't know, man. I don't know how to put my Santa out without having my inappropriate Santa Claus costume, like the entire thing.
Oh, go for it. Get the
Yeah.
entire thing.
Where is it?
Commit to the bit.
There we go. Excellent.
There it is.
It's like your usual gear, right, Joe?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I run around in all the time.